Hi, my name is Elise, and today I'm bringing you with me on my first trip visiting Hawaii. Like many people, I've wanted to go to Hawaii since I was a kid. I'm traveling there to celebrate my close friend's birthday, and I haven't been on a plane since 2019, so you can imagine how I'm buzzing with excitement high up in the air. I flew from Pennsylvania to California, and the next day, my friend and I flew to Hawaii. It felt like we were flying over the ocean for the longest time until we finally saw land approaching beneath us. I was fighting back tears because I was so filled with joy. Flying into a location that you've dreamed about for most of your life with one of your closest friends is an irreplaceable, indescribable feeling. We were wearing fake leis the whole day, so everyone knew how ecstatic we were. And then we made it. It felt so good feeling the warm air touch my skin as we stepped out onto the tarmac.
First wildlife of the trip. We went into Hawaii!
We made a quick grocery run as we drove across the island to our rental house. And this was my first of many times unlocking the gates. This first gate is more for people, I believe, but the second gate is more for wild boars, one of which I spotted minutes after this clip. So we made our way inside and tucked in for an early night after a long day of traveling, and quickly got familiar with our new four-legged friends. Waking up to this view is so calming. It feels like there is no need to rush. Just enjoy the beauty that is so abundant. Hi, my name is Elise, and in this video I am bringing you with me on my trip to Hawaii. This morning is the first full day in Hawaii. We got here yesterday. I actually traveled from Pennsylvania, where I live, to California, stayed with my friend overnight, and then we went to Hawaii yesterday. And I think that my time zone locally is like 6 hours ahead of this time zone, so I'm really trying to rock 'em, sock 'em, bop 'em. That makes no sense. I'm staring at the ocean right now, which is kind of crazy because where I live, I'm hours away from the ocean. So the fact that I just woke up and I'm like staring at the ocean right now in Hawaii is crazy. I've always wanted to come to Hawaii since I was a tiny little girl. So the fact that I'm here is very surreal. We're celebrating my friend's birthday and we're gonna be going on lots of hikes, lots of adventures all throughout this trip. But first things first, if you know me, you know that in the morning I always get done my self-care routine. Last night there was a lizard that crawled into my room. I don't know where they went. I was kind of half expecting to wake up with them on my body because they like to be warm. Thankfully, that didn't happen. So I finished my yoga, got into meditation, and did some journaling. And of course I had to keep my Duolingo streak alive, whoop whoop. Now it's time to scope out our home for the next week since we arrived in the dark last night. This house is so cute. The grass feels so good. The views feel even better. We're staying on a 3-acre botanical garden, and we're not the only ones enjoying it. How's this for a breakfast spot? And then we got an invite to go paddleboarding in the ocean with a local, so we got ready as fast as possible and headed out. Of course, we stopped for some caffeine. This ended up being one of the biggest highlights of the trip for me. The water was definitely chilly, but it was so gorgeous that I really didn't mind. It was such a pleasure to meet and spend time with our new local friend. And then they told us that there were multiple waterfalls nearby that we should check out, so off we went. And they were not kidding. We soaked up the views before heading off to our next location. Of course, always stopping for the scenic viewpoints. When we got to the trailhead, we actually had to pay to gain access, and that ended up happening a few more times on the trip, but I was happy to pay to support this beautiful land. I present to you Akaka Falls. According to Google, the 442-foot tall falls hold significant cultural importance to the native Hawaiian people. According to a local legend, the falls are named after a legendary Hawaiian chief named Akaka, who sacrificed himself to save his people. The enduring beauty of Akaka Falls serves as a reminder of his bravery and selflessness. We made our way back to our little corner of the island and took in the vastness of the ocean as the sun set.
Wow. Oh my gosh, the waves look huge. It looks so powerful. It's starting to rain.
We crossed the street to go back to the house and enjoyed some videos to end the night. Traveling or not, I'm always starting the day with my morning routine. Yoga, meditation, and journaling. And now I'm ready to start the day. It's time for an adventure. We stopped at a gas station for snacks, and the sweetest lady gave me this green tea ginger chew to try since she saw I was buying some as well. So sweet. I was quite surprised to see how diverse the landscapes are out here. And then we arrived at Pololu Valley. This is another sacred spot in Hawaii, so it's super important to me to be mindful and respectful of the land that we're visiting. It is also extremely stunning, as you can see. As we continued getting closer to the bottom of the valley, we saw the black sand beach approaching. And then the view opened up to this. This is the first black sand beach I've ever been to. The only con is that you can't swim because there are poisonous jellyfish and strong riptides. But I still enjoyed my time playing in the waves. There were tiny little crabs burrowing in the sand, and I cleansed my crystals in the water. And then it was unfortunately time to head back home. So up the trail we went. We got hit with some rain on the way back and enjoyed dinner before heading to bed. I love waking up to my lizard friends in the morning.
Excuse me.
Every morning feels like a dream here. After my morning routine, we got a tour of the land we're staying on from one of our hosts, and they gave us some samples to try before we went snorkeling. And this turtle greeted us as we arrived. I actually ended up swimming with this turtle later on, but I didn't hit the right buttons on the GoPro to actually capture it. It was my first time properly using the GoPro underwater. But I did get this. Snorkeling was absolutely surreal, but it was time to warm up and get some fuel after spending so many hours floating in bliss. So back to the house we go. Another morning in Hawaii, another morning routine. And this is my first time seeing the invasive snail species. My favorite part of my morning routine here is my time spent by the ocean.
I forgot my crystals yesterday, but I can still meditate.
Now fast forward to us later that morning deciding to go snorkeling at the same spot we went yesterday.
Oh my gosh, they're still here! Let's go! I can't believe I forgot these yesterday. The duck is still here. They've been nesting. And I can't believe that nobody took them. My rose quartz, my clear quartz, I've had this for years. I keep it with me. Like every time I go on a trip, I always have it. I meditate with it every day. Oh, and to know that it was just basking in the Hawaiian moonlight and nobody took it. That is just, wow. Oh, good lesson not to leave it, but that is so exciting.
And after that adrenaline rush, it was time to slow down again. It was our last full day, so we knew we had to make it to the highly requested Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. So we dried off, drove over, and started the lava tube, which is a long cave formed by ancient flowing lava. And then we started walking around the crater. We weren't sure if we had enough time to get down into the crater before the sun set, but we decided to send it. It was extremely misty and humid, and there weren't that many people. And when we made it to the bottom of the crater, all the speed walking was well worth it. This place is unlike any place I've ever been before. We climbed back up to the top and made our way back to the house.
Good morning. I have my crystals.
Today is our last day in Hawaii. So after cleaning up and locking up, we said goodbye to our paradise for the past week. At least we didn't see any more boars after night 1. Up until now, we had never turned left from the house before, but we discovered that there were tons of places to explore that way, so we decided to spend our last day adventuring around the area. It was such a calming way to spend the last day. We saw people painting, the water was just so vibrantly blue, and being able to just relax with all these views before a long couple days of travel was just the best vibe and the best send-off I could have asked for. Plus, we had been adventuring all over the island all week, so it was nice to experience a smaller area and take this time to slow down and enjoy our last moments under the Hawaiian sun. And then we headed to the airport. Thankfully, the weather cleared up a bit, and when we got to our gate, there was no one there for a while. But we finally made it in and decided to hit the Hawaiian bar and try some local brews before boarding our flight. We landed in California, had an incredible final day of the trip, even driving along the PCH, and then I headed back to Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
Hi, my name is Elise, and today I am bringing you, or is it today? I'm bringing you along with me. I should really plan what I'm going to say out better before I start filming. Un momento, por favor.
I keep diving down like an idiot. There's a lizard. I don't like volcanoes.
Is that a chicken?
don't think that is a chicken, dude. It's something.
Is it a baby peacock?
Maybe. Wow.